welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 71 with me, Sid, and we are focused today. I am focusing this down. I am not going to get distracted from doing one thing. We are making the crop harvester. Yep, this is the one thing we are going to make. I am just in the process of getting some raw aluminium processed up, so I'm hoping there should be 4 already in there. This should be almost recharged and we can stick in the next. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We need to make a medium voltage machine hull. That's a biggie. I also need 2, 3, 6, 7. Nope, get myself back in there. So 8, 9 electric motors, and I think I have 2. So let us just double check. Oh, I have 4, so I need 5 more of those. Recipe for these fairly straightforward. We're going to make in fact, I am going to make a bunch of them because they are fairly straightforward. Got this going on down here. This is all thing, and I've decided I'm going to just sit there and try and cross crop these and see if I can get a higher generation dark oak bonsai. And the reason for that will become apparent, I hope. So, what else do we need to do? We need to grab ourselves. What have I got over there? I've probably got a whole load of iron in here, haven't I? I haven't. Okay, that's deflating. But I do also need, let me just double check, I need 1, 2, 3, I need 6 more aluminium, so that's the thing. And I've got some made, but I've got a lot of this and I need to process it, so I might as well process it as we go. And iron. So if I come over here, grab a stack, and I were to, let's double, well, I've actually got motors in my inventory. Let's have a look. I need wrought iron, I need iron rods even. Can I just get an iron? There we go. And the simplest way of doing that will be to extrude it 1 to 2. So if I do 16, that will give me 32 plus another 8. Yep, we'll go there. I almost worked myself up to having a go and going after the glitch today, and then I welshed it, I chickened out, yeah. You're getting the idea. Extruder, boop, and those. Yeah, maybe next time. Almost. I am going to get it done in the next few episodes, just because it's been, because I did all that work preparing for it, and then I've just not done anything further. I do need to level these up a little bit. I think you haven't got anything. You have got a modifier remaining, so if I can get some more quartz on it, I can get some more damage into that bad boy. And yeah, so I probably need to go to the nether as well. Oh, God, I hate the nether. So the reason I want to get this plant thing is I really do want to get myself an automatic tree farm on the roof of this structure that is going to crank out logs for me to turn into charcoal to, things. And what we'll do is we will put it up on the top of here. The crop farm does a 9 by 9. I could put it on there actually, couldn't I? Yeah, could actually. That might be a better idea still. It does a 9 by 9 space by 3, I think. So in theory I could potentially have it running 2 layers, I think, but I'm not 100% certain. So we'll try with one. In fact, let me just go back into here and have a look at the farming. So the crop automation wants me to make a Crop-Matron first. Now I can so here is the question. Can I make the cross? I don't really want to make the Crop-Matron right now, but we need I can make the circuits easy enough. Everything else looks pretty simple. Oh, come on, let's get this done. It's... I said about not getting distracted. Yeah, that ain't happening. Right, I need to make low voltage. Okay, Crop-Matron. I need to make 2. Well, that actually rounds me up to a nice round number on motors at least. So I need 2 processors. 2 processors requires 2 of those. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I think 1, 2 of those. Let me have just a double check if I do that in the circuit assembler. 2, 2, 2, 2, and lead or tin. Let me go and grab a little bit of tin, and that will move us in that direction. So I'm going to start pulling things together, and I shall be back in a little while. Alright, moving a little bit on, we have got steel casings, all of this bit. So this is going to be the LV machine casing, which is going to have 2 of them, and that will give me, that's an LV machine hull, isn't it? God damn it. LV machine casing. Every other device uses an LV machine hull. Virtually every other device uses an LV machine hull. But oh no, this one has to use an LV machine casing. And I went and crafted it one too far. Well, I am thrilled about that. So, yes. Always read the recipe. And we need 2 iron screws. I got irony. 2 iron screws, lovely. So we can go with you. While that's doing it, that should have done, and we should be there. And that goes in as is. Right, what's next? You need a chest, we need a hammer and a screwdriver. A chesticle. Do I have any chesticle? I do. Lovely. So that only leaves them 2 tanks, which is they're not trivial, those tanks. I've never really thought they were a trivial thing, but I think it was a hammer and a screwdriver. Hammer, screwdriver, in we go. Lovely. And that leaves me with the glass tanks, which they're not trivial because of the obsidian glass, which requires obsidian dust, which requires me to macerate obsidian. I don't think I have anything kicking around that's going to help me with that, so I need to go and check what I've got in obsidian. That's my first block. I have a hello cat one. Right, let me just have a look. I need 4 obsidian per one, so I need 8, don't I? Where is he? I just heard him trill, and now maybe he's outside. He might be wanting to come in. That was Cromwell. He's got a very distinctive little trill when he wants something, that one. Right, the other thing we need to be doing is I need to make my first thing for this, which is going to be the MV, but this time it is a machine hull, so good. So we are going to make that. Boop, boop. I better let him in. Back in a second. Okay, he's in. He's munching on the windowsill. But now the tux is at the door. But that is the MV machine hull, which we needed. Let me grab my molten rubber. And let me sleep the night off. I just want the plants to grow. Just so we can be experimenting with that while we're at it. Plus, you know, you end up with less mobs. Right, so that is waiting on the pulverized hoofer doofer. Which you need. I think it's the alloy smelter here. No, yes, with thickened glass, which is clear glass. These have grown, so we can try cross crop in there now. I've not really, I mean, you know, we did quite a lot of this early doors and then just abandoned it because all the advice was it's really actually not worthwhile. Certainly early doors, you're not going to get a great deal out of it, so that's a thing. So we need 2 of those. Right, well, good. Oh, wow. Well, that's a tree. Definitely a sapling. Let's see what grows. Alloy furnace. I'm getting there. I'm starting to remember everything that's in here. But that should do those. Need to make myself some more aluminium. They're full, so that's all good. And progress is steady, you know. Kind of matches what we know, doesn't it? That will make the other 32, that's all good. That's made 2 of those. The uses for that are going to include 4 iron screws and 2 iron rings. Now, do I not have a ring extruder? Yes. But I don't think... Oh, there is a bolt extruder. Which makes 8 per ingot, so... we can... Oh, he's getting comfy in his bed now. 1, 2. Let's have a look. You make me 4 per, so 4 and 8. How many do I need? 4 and... that's it. Just need 2 iron and those, and we're good. I know I mentioned this last episode, and you know, it was mentioned to me that the... wow, that was not what I expected. So do I need to put another 8 in? I think I do. Let's just do those. That the extruder is the game changer, and without a doubt it is. This has just changed everything. It's still grindy, it's still GregTech. Let's not get away from the fact that there's grind and lots of microcrafting and things in it, which, you know, is not always my favourite thing in the world. But I am enjoying the challenge, and when it's not going out of its way to be a dick and annoy me. The game is very enjoyable, but this is definitely as advertised. I've got to say that. Right, so we're going to take you out, we're going to put you in, and we're going to have one of those. Then I'm going to take you out, we're going to put you in, and we're going to have one of them. And that's those. They just need to go through the lathe. And that should give me those. That should, I think, be everything. I'm still, and I'm going to be honest here, I'm still not 100% sold on this layout. I like the idea of the mini things going on. I do like that. And I do like the idea that I could potentially go all the way to the ceiling and I could transfer between machines. There's a lot of advantages here. But there are, I think, a lot of disadvantages as well. So what do I need in there? Screwdriver and a wrench. Boop, boop. Screwdriver, wrench, all the way around. See, those were an absolute nightmare to make, as I recall. And now there's our Crop-Matron, which is, cool. I'm not going to make it right now because I want to carry on laying out this so we can just bash these out quickly. So we need you, and we need you, and we need you. And then we're into these, and then all the little sub-component, sub-assemblies, which is obviously where things start getting a little bit tedious, for want of a better phrase. So I need to put 4 of those through and make them into plates. It was 4 into plates, wasn't it? Let me just double check. Yes, 4 into plates. I still stuck the wrong stack in. Luckily, not the end of the world. And that will go like that and like that, I think. No, not that. That one. And it is a hammer and a file. That gives me 2 of those. Let's put these back in properly. Organised toolbox, it's vital. Right. So now what? We need, let's start with the conveyor module. So I've got enough to make one of those. I haven't got enough of that though, so yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, how the game changes once you get to a certain technological point in it. Definitely an interesting dynamic that I'm kind of observing here. That one is 3 steel plates, 2 steel rods and a gear. So 3, 4, 5 steel I think for that. That was 6, but it doesn't matter. Any clue? How's that doing? Don't know. And the other thing we actually are going to need at some point is a crop analyzer. So we needed 3 steel plates. And then I needed the rod, mould and the small gear, I think. And this is making the kind of difference where I'm actually kind of thinking this, whether I just go and bulk craft a load of these. Because that previously took 3 steel to make that, now it takes 1. And whilst I don't think I get 1, I think I only get 2 out, don't I? Yeah, whilst I only get the same amount, I don't have to go and melt half of it back down. Because it comes out as dust off of the lathe, so it does make a surprising difference. Boop, boop. Need that motor and 2 of those. And that's my piston. So that just leaves us with 2 robot arms, and that needs 2 more pistons. So I need 6 motors. Where's my polarizer? This is why I'm not 100% certain that I like this layout. Somewhere the polarizer should be pretty obvious. Distillery, clearly not. Chemical reactor, fluid solidifier, polarizer. Right, so we'll magnetise those, and we're going to have that and that, and the motors are, then I need, what do I need? If I'm doing 32, then I need 64, I need 128 copper wires to get a stack of copper. And then we have to deal with the tin, but that will make me a load of motors, and I should be good for a while. This is, I suppose this is kind of what I was saying with the, that's a vending machine, I want the wire mill, there you go. And clearly you can see I know where they are around here, it's just the lesser used machines that are causing me the grief. So, we'll get used to it eventually, I am sure. What are you? We'll eat that popcorn. And we'll whack down our sleeping bag. But mass producing 30 of these or 30 of something else, I think is probably the right thing to do for going forward. So I'll probably do some of that between episodes, certainly some of these basics. Because I suspect I'm going to be making a lot of these machines to make into production lines. So we can have, you know, well, let's say I just want a motor maker, something that makes me electric motors automatically. Once you feed in the relevant bits. Okay, that's going to take a while. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I've only got 14, so I need 64 tin wires. That's 32, and then coat them in rubber. So let me get that. I'll get those processed up and I'll be back once I've mass produced these motors. Alright, we're ticking on. This is growing, so, and it's definitely a dark oak, so I don't think there's been any mutation, which I suppose makes sense. I mean, we didn't give it anything to mutate into. It was, you know, 4 dark oak saplings. We need the chemical reactor, which is somewhere. If I were a chemical reactor, where would I be? There. Because I need to coat 64 of those with 64 ingots worth of rubber. And I don't have 64 ingots worth of rubber, or rather I may have in there. I've got quite a lot, but we'll have a lot more in a moment. The other thing I have done or started is that's where the farm's going to be, on top of there. So we are we're going big, we're going maximum size, and yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to need some lighting and stuff up there as well. That's a given. I'm also going to need some ladders. Have I got any fancy industrial type ladder things that I could use? Cage ladders? Yeah, that's possibly a bit expensive. I mean, it's not a bit expensive, it's quite a lot expensive. We can make rusty ladder. Ooh, they're not too bad. Iron rods, and you make 4 per. Iron rods and iron screws. Well, that's simple enough, isn't it? How many do I need? If I just want to say I've got 3, 6, so 2 lots, so I need 12 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and maybe just 2 of those put through the cutting machine. That maybe will be enough. And a wrench. Well, I think we can manage all of that. Let's have some Vegemite on toast. That's a new, obviously that's a new food. I've not eaten that one before. Where am I? You are doing your thing there, and I need to do assembler, I believe, with those in. We'll see how we go with that. In the meantime, that should be 8 of those, which I can then whack through there. I appear to have mathified wrong there. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, we are focused. Focused like a focused thing. And then we'll just stick those. No! Bang, out of order. That's not on. What do I do? Well, I suppose I could replace these with solid ones. This is the problem, is the fact they're transparent. Oh dear, pardon me. So if we do them like that, then we should be good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, solid it is. I'll probably do the whole lot then in solid. It has disadvantages doing that, but the advantages are fairly straightforward. Or do I? Tell you what, let's leave those as transparent and we'll just do the legs as solid. Yeah, that's using your grey matter. So nice to build in a game that doesn't collapse things on you. I've been looking at watching some Space Engineers again. I've had Space Engineers for an age and I've just never got the motivation to take the plunge and go and try and record myself playing it, because it is quite a grindy game. That's an understatement of the year, by the way. Let's do that. Let me just... Yeah, because the transparent ones... I don't think can... We'll put light on anyway. I think we're going to need lighting for the crops, because I think the crop blocks may be spawnable. But that's fine. Anyway, that's our plan up there. So let's get on and see how we are. Whoops, one more. See how we are doing in here. Yep, that's going fine. And in here, there's a bit more molten rubber, which is all good. This is nearly done. And looks like that 8 might be enough. Might not. Getting close. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, that is 32 motors. All of that just to get to the stage where I can make the bloody motors. Right, that's done. What we're missing here, we are missing the robot arms. So for you, we need 2 of those. Let me just whack you to the list. I need a couple of steel rods. Let's start here. I need 3, 4, 5, 10 steel. Oh, what we got this time? That's different. It didn't get anything off of that. It didn't grow, but that is something new. Okay, well, we'll see what it is. I have no idea. 10 steel. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so 10 steel. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 6 plates, 2 small cogs, and rods. Boop. Cogs. I don't know whether that has to go there. Let's experiment. No, it doesn't matter where it is in the grid as long as it's there. So that is the that is the 2 pumps. Hang on a second, did I just... I did see an electronic circuit, damn you. Okay, but that's fine. We can handle that. So that goes 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1 more. Not pumps, pistons. That's what they are. I keep calling them pumps, and I don't know why. Where am I? Lost myself. So 2 of those. Running out of crafting grids again. 2 more steel and 1, 2, 1, 2. Need a couple more steel. Make more rods. But again, if I were to bulk craft a lot of this stuff, then I wouldn't have that issue. I'd just go back and go to my rod stock. Did I need 2? But I did, so that's fine. Okay. Wow, I can't believe how focused I am. I'm completely on message here. Oh dear. 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and I'll be back in a moment. Sorry about that. Got a visitation in my room from the wifelet. So, fluid. I had the fluid thing and now I can't find it. Fluid extractor, there you go. Need a couple of tin. or a couple of things of molten tin, and that will go into there, and that will make me 2 basic circuits, which will go into that slot there. And I think, oh hang on, I need to go and get the rubber out of the, yes, you. I think, all things being equal, that is a Crop-Matron. Crop-Matron is 1111 by 3, automatically apply fertilizer, weed and water as needed. Water can be pumped directly, blah blah blah. It's rainproof, but make sure you cover up your power supply. You might find a fancy way to do this, or use an LV battery, a lithium ion. Good point, I'm going to need to cover my power supply. That's tilled dirt is still required, a nearby water block. Well, I'm not using tilled dirt, so that's not a problem. Fortune, well, we'll go with that one. Claim and back, and then we got the robotic pickers. It's a retrieval task, so I could have actually crafted that and picked it up. You never know what's going to be, because it could have been a crafting task, but it doesn't matter, because there you go. And that is, we'll get rid of you, we'll get rid of you, we'll get rid of you. That's a whole bunch of stuff off my inventory. And wow, crop harvester will pick your crops in an 11 by 11 by 11 range. Well, I've done a 9 by 9. It will attempt to harvest them whenever it's possible. For example, if you want to degree, yeah, that's fine. I'm not doing anything fancy, but I could do an 11 by 11. That is interesting. Oh, hang on. Let me claim that. That's another fortune loot. Wow, got the fancy. Look at that, fancy coins, fancy loot bags. Okay. I need to go and grab my stuff. We need to sleep the night off. Have I got enough for an 11 by 11 of that? Can I make that? Oh god, there's now questions engaged in my head. Which is, and the questions are, do I have enough of this fancy stuff to make the thing? Now I have got 27. You make it in an assembler with seed oil, dirt and sand. Well, that's easy. Seed oil, dirt and sand on program 2. Okay, we can go to 11 then, can't we? We can. I'm going to need some glass. So now I get myself a couple more of those into the right format. I'd like them to be clear glass, please. That should give me what I want. Oops, don't throw that away. Don't need the Crop-Matron, so that can just be stashed somewhere. Oh, I came down here for a reason, didn't I? That missed. So that's 9. So if I were to, let's have a look. If I have 9, 10. If I were to move you over 1, then that would be 11, wouldn't it? That's going to make so much. wood, it's going to be out untrue, I think. And then we can pop you in there and pop you in there. And then just do this. But I need to go, that's 9, I think. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, right. Let me get this done. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we've got some seed oil, which I need a thing to transfer it with. So let me grab you and grab you. And then the recipe was an assembler, wasn't it, with on program 2. So the assembler is there. We need to be on program 2 with dirt. And let's just see what we get. I've got everything set up upstairs, but just now in the matter of placing everything, and then I'm going to need a whole load of crop sticks. Can I get crops around? Let's just have a look at, and a whole load of things. Now, crop sticks we can get as I thought there was a buy. There was. So 1 log and 50 explorer for 64. I'm probably going to need 2 of those. But that's fine. In fact, let's go and do it now. Don't know what that was. Vines. You're totally useless. So, 2 logs and explorer. And then we're going to go in here. Go back. We've still got the weed X to do. That's a thing off of the hoofer. But I want the coin quests, because I would like to purchase those. And then we need to pop those away and wait. And if I need to, I've got everything I need to buy the next one. I'm also going to need a fair few dark oak. I'm going to go with dark oak just because. 11 by 11 is, yeah, we've got plenty with that, haven't we? So where's my assembler? I've lost myself. 64. I think we should have enough here. So we've expanded to an 11 by 11. I have sacrificed the inner 8, this batch in the middle, because I want to be able to get to this for starters. But we do need to place this. And I need to rotate it. Now that should be facing downwards, which it is. And on top of this, let me just borrow that. We're going to whack that, and in there we're going to whack that. So that's going to power up the hooferator. And once it's powered up the hooferator, which will be any moment, it should start recharging. Yes. And this really doesn't take a lot of power, so the lighting here is so we can, if I turn, so all of this is spawn proof because we don't want anything unpleasant spawning up here. Oops. And we should be in a position to start. Oh, thought I'd drop one down there. To start using. That's covered. We've got glass on the top, so yeah, I can now start placing these and placing these. And I don't want to go too mad because I don't want to end up getting weeds everywhere. But yeah, so I'll be doing that for a short while and I'll be back again once that's done. Okay, and that's that. We have a fully automatic tree farm. Now, unfortunately, at the moment we need to harvest it over here, and what I need to do is to bring the output from underneath here and sort it. So I think that will be looking at these transfer nodes when we get into that. Because I think well, there's only two outputs from this farm, which will be dark oak and dark oak saplings, so we can potentially bin the dark oak saplings and just have everything going into a there's a word and it's just not working. Have everything going into a barrel, a decent sized barrel. But I think that's something for next episode. We have it running. It's fully automatic. I've stripped out these because, and we'll probably put something nice in there, something pretty. So I'm not sure what we can do with those, so we'll have to investigate that a little bit more. Let's have a look. Bit of a pink. Can we go down? We can just put some flowers in, can't we? That's a couple. Well, I'll grab the lavender. We'll have that glow flower. Some peonies. Pink daffodils. Swamp flower, because obviously everybody loves swamp flower. Some burning blossom. And a bit of white anemone, dandelion puff, and some icy thingy bobs. Yeah, I mean this should be fairly easy, and it will just repurpose this space. That won't go. That's probably going to need at a guess I would say that will need netherrack to grow on. There we go. Splendid. Right. All that remains is for me to get a thumbnail for this one, and we're done. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.